Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to another episode of the Gist Hour. I'm your host, Awal Baba. So before we go into the program itself today, I would like to actually say a few things about our last show concerning Lady Lina and Kabi. So Lady Lina came on board and said that she's not into a relationship with Kabi, and I guess everybody understands. So I was also have Kabi on my platform, but unfortunately, I won't be able to have Kabi on my platform because he's going to be leaving anytime soon. So today we have a very young talented artist. He's a very upcoming artist that have been actually singing songs starting from the corona until now and making wave in the industry, as I would say. But I'm not going to introduce him. I'm going to allow himself to introduce himself. He's nobody else than BSB. So BSB, tell us your name and more about BSB. Who is BSB?
My name is Sidi Baru. My name is Bai Sidi Baru, sorry, but in school they call me Sidi Baru.
So
yes.
In school they call you Sidi Baru.
Sidi Baru.
I had one of your songs where you said Laka Amud Moram. So okay, so tell us about who Sidi Baru is. Like, tell us about yourself. How did everything started? Like, we want to know how did everything started.
Yes, Sidi Baru is a young artist, as you said, an upcoming artist. He is 12 years old and he's going to school in grade 6.
So, how do you manage your school life? How do you manage your school life and your music career? Like, these two things going together. You're going to school as a school child, and you also have to sing music on platforms and go perform on stage. Like, how do you manage?
I don't know how to say that, but it's very difficult. During school times, I go to school and I leave music behind. So when we have holidays, we can go time by time. We go to the studio and record.
So how do you manage your music? Like, who writes your music? Like, do you sit down and write your music on your own, or you have someone that writes lyrics for you?
Mostly my father writes it, but I add in some ideas
to make the flavor nice.
Yes.
So well, you guys had mostly he adds some flavors to make the music nice. So okay, tell me. Your first song, if I could fully remember, or my memory can serve me well, was the Corona music, right?
Yes.
Like, how do you feel during the pandemic, and how do you feel doing music at a particular point of time where people were actually running for their life, and Sidi Baru was sitting back home writing lyrics and going to the studio to record a music called Corona and publishing it out? Like, how do you feel at that period of time? Was that your first music?
Yes.
And how do you feel writing your first music as an artist? And what inspired you to write that music and publish it to the world?
My father said, by the time I was publishing that music video, it was in the Corona pandemic. So my father, in our school, we had our school's name is Anne Marie Via Basic Cycle School in Breckham. So they told me to write a song about health or education. So I told that to my father. Then my dad told me he'll write it. Then he wrote. That was in the time of Corona, so he wrote the song Corona. Then by the time he finished, we have a full song, then we went and recorded. So
in the nutshell, I would say Anna Marivia was your inspiration, because if your school never told you to go back and write music, you would have never seen music. Yeah. So like, everything started from the day your teacher told you go and write music on health. Yes. That is how the BSB came about.
Yes.
So in that short form, like, why don't you have your name as Sidi Baru? Why do you have your name as BSB?
BSB. My name, as I told you earlier, my name is Bai Sidi Baru, but I don't want that to be a long name in my music career. So I said B for Bai, S for CD, and the other B for...
Well, you does not want that to be a long name in the music career. That was so funny. So like, yes, we know music is hard. We know producing music is hard. We know going to the studio, it's a hell of money. Getting a music visual, it's a hell of money. Like, how does it work out for you and your family in terms of recording the music? Because I know how music recording is expensive in the country. And you going to a big producer like Stylish Record is not a joke. Because if you look at most of the upcoming artists in Gambia, most of them that record music goes to places like Jaws and Brain Studio, Two Bless Record. But you went to the maximum of reaching Stylish Record. Like, Stylish is one of our king recorder in Gambia years over. So like, how did that connection like came about? Like, how was the struggle? Like, were you like other artists that went to go and build blocks, to go and use cement just to make that particular money to go inside the studio, or you were like, it's here and go to the studio, and like, how did that like come about?
My father met with this one stylist, hey, King Zai. So he introduced him to someone. I don't know who the person is. The person also introduced him to stylist. So that is how I met stylist. Stylist also introduced me to Jamil.
Jamil.
Yes.
Jamil Shore, Jamil Opet.
Yes.
Shout out to Jamil. Jamil Media. So that is how everything started.
Yes.
So that means your music career is a smooth way. It's not a hard way. Oh, so that is nice. So we'll go on for our short commercial break where we're going to be playing BSB music and we're going to come back.
Miro balito, jigom balito. Miro balito, baba jigom balito. Silo befanore, mobi talong, ilang balito. Kana peje, kampong jindi, kana takala. Tama kuje, kafudu lalong. Daji ufo, kana sarije. Kana takala, kafudu lalong. Kana sarije, yanje siloka hajo lota. Sonko wante wato tembul. Sila kan Kenya, daji kolong. Aka wala tandi kuluru nyalo. Aka wala wanya, ilola noro. Nyo sabatante natale malata hajo tama. Natara boita, ila yasino. Miro balito, jigom balito, miro balito, baba jigom balito, miro balito, jigom balito, miro balito, baba jigom balito, Matole bebulu o matina jiwe fenkang asaya tambi, deyang hodung kana takide.
Welcome back from that short commercial break as you were able to watch the BSB music, a young kid talented for that matter. Like one of his favorite songs was Laka Amud Moram, Laka Free on Fire. I'm going to allow him to do that freestyle for me. So BSB,
yes.
So tell me, like, what and how are you seeing yourself in the next 3 years, 5 years into the music career? Do you think that your music will have anything to affect your school? Like maybe at the time whereby all the girls and all the boys are saying, hey, BSB, like, you see how Giselle is right now?
Yes.
You see how ST is right now? So like, in case like that comes your way in the next 2 years, like everybody's saying, hey, BSB, like, how are you going to feel? Like, do you think that school is going to be a trash to you? You're going to be like, hey, yeah, I'm a big time celebrity, and like, how are you going to feel at that point? Because like, I know Giselle doesn't want to go back to school again to Ghana. ST doesn't want to go back to school, even if they have the opportunity. So if BSB reach that particular stage, how are you going to feel?
I don't know how to explain that, but if it was me, if I reach that stage, I don't also think so I'll go back to school.
That was his answer. So he said if it was him, he don't think he'll go back to school, right? So the notion is like, yeah. So like, do you have any reason of not going back to school? Like, is it that your friends will be like, hey, BSB, everybody will come and crowd you in school, or probably like, why don't go to a private school whereby like nobody
Maybe I can go to a private school.
You're contradicting yourself.
What?
You said you don't think you'll go back to school. Now you want to give me a maybe that I'll go to a private school. So yeah, that was BSB saying that maybe you go to a private school. So we move on into the interview. So BSB, like I want you to tell me, in the Gambian music industry, who is your role model?
My role model is ST.
ST is your role model. Have you ever met ST before, or are you willing to meet ST? Are you willing to have any collaboration with ST anytime soon?
Yes.
You're willing?
I met ST twice.
And how has it been between the both of you? Do you have that contact relationship conversation that, okay, ST, I love you, I don't want to do music with you, or it was just like ST become a boy, and how was it?
I've never spoken to him. Yes, I have spoken to him. In our school, there was this day that they invited him. So when he came, I performed one of his songs. So he saw me, then he gave me money, and we took a picture.
That was ST for you?
Yeah.
So like, is there any means that you're looking for ST right now? To have a is there any means that you're looking for ST right now to have a collaboration with him, or you're still waiting to reach that particular top level?
Yes, I'm waiting to read that particular document.
You don't want to rush.
Yeah.
Rush that. Rush. Yeah, so as the BSB is saying that he's waiting to reach that particular level, I wish everybody is hearing him loud and clear. He's waiting to reach that particular level. So surely. So BSB, one of my most important questions that I've always wanted to ask is, how is your struggle life with music? In terms of writing, in terms of cracking your brain every single night to get music done, how is your struggle in the music life? How do you see the industry like?
I don't think it's that much difficult to me because my dad is the one who writes songs for me. Because for me, if he writes songs and we want to record, before we even finish the song, I can also sometimes add some
Jimbo and Kanye and flavor inside.
Yes.
But as time goes on, like there's going to be a point in your life that your dad will no more write songs for you.
Yes.
So like, how are you going to be like? Because right now, if you're used to your dad writing songs for you, that is going to affect you in the nearest future. So like, what are your future plans of writing your own song?
Maybe a lot about culture. Yes.
You want to basically focus your music on culture. So looking at your Balito music, that we're going to play in this next commercial break, I want you to tell us more about that particular music. How did that inspiration of that music came about? Till you were able to like get the music done, get a visual for it done, like how did that came about? How did that music?
My dad said that like in Gambia there's a lot of this I don't know how to say rubbish.
Yes.
The rubbish trucks, the rubbish things that you throw on the way, how you drive, and the animals, all that stuff. Then he wrote a music about it. So he told me. Then we went to the studio, we recorded. And when it was edited, I told some of my friends that I was going to move a video if they were interested in being in it. So they told their parents, and some of them said yes. So they came and joined me.
So in a nutshell, you're trying to tell me that, but the Balito music is a content of 3 to more than 4 different topics in it.
Yes.
Oh, I think that was one of the first Gambian artists that have done something like that. 3 to 4 content in just one particular music. That is a great one. So like BSB, I would like you to give us some freestyle and we'll continue from there. Like give me 2 of 1 freestyle, or if you want to go with your Balito freestyle, you can go with it.
Okay, this freestyle is for where I live, Jamanjili.
Jamanjili. So shout out to the Jamanjili boy ninja, Jigenol, and Papa and Farmer and Bama. Shout out, BSB is giving you a shout out, yeah?
Velen Jube and Sute Barin Tuje Katu Kombata Jam City, Nasati, Namin Janka Wale for Namin Fonga Wale King Kafanyam and Kaka Wale Nyama, Namin Women for Woto Katu Kombata Jam City.
Hey, shout out to Jam City. Hey, I wish I could rap like you. A Jam City, nah. So, okay, BSB. Like, we know being an artist is not easy. It's one of the hardest things, like, so far in life. But, being an artist, you find yourself in different funny position. One, sometimes you have new friends that want to become your friends because you just started music. Secondly, you have, like, girls that want to come around you. And, yeah, BSB artists lab, I want them some more. Yeah, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So, how have you been, like, from the first day of your Corona video till this your end of your Balito video? Like, how have you been in the surrounding? Like, are you time a celebrity in your school, or are people coming towards you every single day? BSB, like how have it been for you?
In my school, everybody knew me before I even started music.
Oh yes, one day. The boy is same already. Everybody knew him before he started music. That is a wow.
Because I used to sing ST songs every program that we have in our school. So they knew me before I even started music.
So that means you're going to also tell the world that either they like it or not, they are going to know you.
Yes.
That is BSB. I like some of the proverbs that he's given me. Like, I'm really shocked that these are some of the things that he's saying, but I wish him a good luck in the music career and so far. So BSB, like, how many days does it take you and your dad to write a music?
For the Scorpions, it took us 3 days to write the music, record it, and then publish it.
In just 3 days.
Yes.
That is a wow. Like you are really breaking records. Like it's very difficult for artists to actually do that kind of thing, to get a music 3 days, and like I've not seen it though. You're the first person I'm hearing that for, but that is a plus one to you. I'm going to say keep up the career and keep on moving it. So okay, what are some of the things that you feel like you can tell the people out there that are watching you, like
those people, for them to keep on trying? Hey, do what you want to do. Just remember, do the best to be the best. And always be the best. Try your best to be the best. If you want to be the best, you have to work hard.
I saw you performing at the Best of Best stage.
Yes.
And I think this is the 2.2 of Best of Best, and you are actually given the opportunity to perform as a young coming artist. How do you feel the particular day of performing at the Best of Best in front of that huge crowd of more than 10,000 people?
I feel like now I'm a celebrity because before I even performed, nobody knew me. So I can say when I performed, when I get down, people, hey, I was just saying. By the time I posted the Mbalito video, it was around 2,000 views. So when I climb on the stage, perform and get down, go home. The next day, I see that the views start to increase.
So that is your time?
That is telling me that, hey, it was from the day that I performed.
That was a great one, and I think publicity too from other media houses. I've been watching your videos from different media houses too, especially Paradise TV. I think you are one of the best artists so far that Paradise TV play till date. So there was a platform, there was a bigger platform that every young coming artist want to perform on, and you were given the privilege to perform on that particular stage without fear. And how do you see yourself performing on a bigger stage? And do you see yourself like having a bigger stage like Best of Best, BSB concert, BSB album launching? Like, do you see yourself like, and in how many years do you think that you can accomplish that?
What?
Being a BSB concert, an album launching that we all are waiting for BSB to hear. We want to hear an album launching, we want to hear a concert that we all will come and party and enjoy, and like, I don't even understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So like, how many years do you think that will take you to accomplish?
If you have like maybe around one and a half.
1.5 years?
Yes. Maybe even 1 year direct, because I want to release one album this year. If I finish one album, I'll tell my dad to call one of Jambanjeli's DJs, so he'll let me perform on inside this thing, all of this thing.
Yeah, you're really doing perfect. So you BSB, I get out of the way. I don't want to understand, but I get out of the way. I want to dig a video. And I want to do it. I'm BSB. So you want to start performing on bigger stage? Yeah, that is well. So I think we're going to go in for the second commercial break because our time is running up. And we'll go in for the second commercial break and we'll be back.
Kakato muta dorong, laka amul morong, na ye mini, jalo na ya jolong, jalo fiyang fayang, malong foya foye, mali done is spinning, guys amu horom, na do ya kanatina, go and ask brothers over borders. Mario, Medalila, Scorpions, Tambindi, Yawi, Yakobo, Fena, Yin and Dorong, Wolong, Fues and Tolo, Siwolong.
So welcome back from that short commercial break, and that was BSB Laka Ahmad Moram for the Scorpions. BSB Bala will go into more of the questions. This is our last segment, and I want you to actually give a freestyle on that Laka Ahmad Moram.
Okay, it goes like Scorpions League, na champion. Scorpions League. dorong, laka amul morom, naye mini, jalo naya jolong, jalo fiyon fire, malom fire foye, mali tonis gine, guys amu yorom, nado ya kana tina, go and ask brothers over borders.
Scorpion. Yo, that was one of my best songs from BSB, Laka Ahmad Mara. Like, that was my favorite. So, BSB, I would like you to tell your viewers how old you are and...
I am 12 years old. I just got 12 years, 2 months.
And when did you start music?
I started music when I was 9, but I started recording when I was 11 already.
You started recording when you were 11. That was at a younger age. So, like, BSB, I want you to give some shout out to your fans and maybe probably give your last words towards them, and we call it a bye-bye.
Fans.
And what are your fans going to expect from you?
I don't know. Expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. That's what he said. So give your last word, give your shout out to everybody you want to shout out, both to the promoters, the DJs, to your family, and including me myself. You want to give me a shout out?
When you're already here. Shout out to Alaji, one of my friends. Shout out to Amame, all my school members, my class members. Shout out to my teachers. Shout out to my family members. Shout out to the boys of my group. Shout out to the teachers. Shout out to the producers, stylists, Asidik. Shout out to Daud. Shout out to Jamil. Shout out to yourself. That's it. I'm my younger brother right here.
Yeah, so what are your last words? You have given a shout out. What are the last words that you want to tell everybody that is watching you, like what you are going to be doing and the advice that you can give all other young artists coming up?
All the young artists out there, you have to keep working hard. Because if you want to do music, and you have to also concentrate on education. I don't say you should leave education behind and concentrate on only music. You should do both of them. It is very difficult though, but you have to try it. Try your best there.
So guys, thank you so much for joining us on this our live video, and this is BSB, one of the Gambian young artists. I want to say BSB is a young Gambian artist that comes from Jambandeli and he's really doing good in the music industry. BSB is an artist of 3 different music, from the Corona music to the Scorpion, from the Scorpion to the Balito music. So I want to say shout out to the whole family and shout out to LSTV1. I'm your host, and we meet next week Tuesday with something. So expect to be coming next week Tuesday and more and more. Thank you so much, and that is a bye-bye from me.
Tangamo manjari kendila sa agilo tunto Mbay agilo tunto Tagda fo manyana parala Nyako sino kuke Daji kolo akawala wanya Kumakambalito kana feje Nirombalito Digombalito Dinombalito